everybody. This is Jennifer Hill, and I'm with the Huron Valley Chamber of Commerce, and this is Chamber Chatter or Video Business Spotlight. And I'm here with Andrea Perry from the Chamber, and hi, Andrea. Jan VanElslander, did I say that right, Jan?
Got it.
From In Harmony, Ani Niffin from In Harmony, and Cory DiMara from Fit Body Boot Camp. And we're going to just talk about how this has affected businesses and maybe give some tips to other businesses on how they can adapt their business. And we'll start with you, Cory. What's been going on with your business since the shutdown?
So for us, at least, and I'm sure with everybody else, it was kind of a big shock. Instantly, you have to make my chair comfortable. Close your doors. So the first, and you guys know too, it's every week is completely different. It seems like every day is completely different. So we kind of pulled our staff together and said, okay, even though the situation has changed and we have to close our doors, the mission that we're in, which is keep our members healthy, keep them in shape, has to remain the same. So that doesn't change. So rain, shine, snow, sleet, doors closed, we still have an obligation to keep our members healthy. So we pivoted everything basically to online training, which it's kind of a blessing in disguise, because when you're kind of forced into the flames like that, and you have to think on the fly, you're like, all right, well, I guess this is what we're doing now. But luckily, you know, everybody has been awesome, and it's been taking off, and it's been very well received with everybody. So looking back on it now, when things do go back to normal, hopefully we can keep this for people as an option. But yeah, it was a little bit funky, but it seems like every week it just, the dust settles a little bit more. We're still having to learn stuff and adapt to stuff, but
Cory, what platform are you using for your online? How are you doing it?
What we do is we shoot a bunch of content. So a bunch of videos, usually 7 videos every morning. I edit them at home, upload them, tweak the size, put wording on it, adjust the volume if I need to, and then it's there waiting for them when they wake up on Facebook. So we have a private Facebook group for them that when they wake up, whether they want to work out at 5:30 in the morning or 5:30 at night, their video is there, and it's just like a regular boot camp session would have been run.
Okay. How about you, Ani and Jan? What have you been doing?
Well, we've offered some Instagram and Facebook videos. We're kind of entertaining the idea of Zoom and get people more on a schedule and to feel more connected. It's very foreign to teach that way for us, because yoga, as you know, is more about connection and community. And to not be able to see your people and feel the energy in the room is very, very different. It's hard. It's hard to do. It's hard to get used to. I'm not used to our students seeing me the way I see myself the way our students see me. I'd prefer to be in the classroom with others, but it's worked. You know, it's had some advantages, in that my youngest daughter, who's out in California, was able to do my yoga class. It's kind of fun to be able to have people that wouldn't normally come to our studio actually have an experience of our studio. So that's been really good. We've had a lot of people that have really supported us in continuing their monthly membership, and said, just don't take me off your monthly, because we took everybody off their monthly when we were no longer going to be in business because we're in contract with them. But a number of people have asked that we keep their monthly going. We also offered a promotion for gift cards to encourage people to buy gift cards to use in the future.
What about your merchandise inside your store? Are you allowing them to purchase off of a website?
You know, we need to entertain that, because we have had requests, and we've sold some mats to people, and they came when they were still able to come to the studio to pick them up. That's been a challenge, you know what I mean? Because now they're saying, I don't know what the governor's saying now as far as even delivering. Right. But it's something that we need to entertain, because it's something we haven't done in the past.
Right.
You know, we're entertaining the Zoom. Like I say, this is all a new platform for us. So you saw how difficult it was for me to get on this morning, right? So we're looking at, it'd be nice to be able to have a schedule, because people are used to that schedule. They're used to okay, I come at 9:30 and to have it on that platform. So it's really a work in
Ani,
progress.
how about you? Have you taught virtually yet?
So I'm probably one of the only ones that haven't recorded one yet.
Oh,
I know I need to. The ones we've recorded, as you can tell, I keep moving because I don't like this vision.
I like it.
But the ones that we've offered have been free classes, and they've been on Facebook and Instagram. So obviously, to be able to pay rent and move forward, one of our thoughts, and like Jan mentioned, as a good idea to offer it as more of a consistent option, and each day a new class, is to put it on Zoom. And we've looked into it. We're kind of working in that direction. Can I ask Cory a question while we're chatting?
Oh, please.
Yeah.
What this is about.
When you're doing them, are you sending those out to clients, or?
So we kind of do one or two ways. We just ran a big promotion that we donated all the proceeds to all the restaurants in the Milford area that were affected. So it was 28 days for $28, and we ended up raising over $1,500 to donate to all the
Fantastic.
That's
That's
So,
great.
me and my wife dropped all the cards off. I think it was Thursday last week, and then we just created like a Facebook group for all the people, and our members are in there too. And then so they get access. We got meal plans in there for them, grocery lists, and then we shoot all the videos usually over a course of a day or two, and then I go home, edit everything, and then I just basically have it for them right when they wake up in the morning.
Do you edit it on Movie Maker? Just out of curiosity, just in case somebody's, listening.
Facebook actually has a lot of good technology now. So you can go on Facebook and put text, you can add graphics. Otherwise, you gotta upload it all in the Movie Maker, and then it does its thing, and then you got to put it. So you can do it usually all on Facebook, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty
It's
sure
a
you
little
can do it on
bit-
YouTube as well, right?
Yep.
I've never really done it, but I know you can do it.
So
Mhm.
Yeah.
Facebook group, your group of all the people that have purchased that package.
Yep, it's either members, current members, or people that have purchased the 28-day promotion that we did.
Oh, that's interesting. Let me ask you another question, both of you, or all of you. Have you used Facebook Live at all? Because I know the gym, I go to someplace in Commerce, it doesn't matter, but they do Facebook Live now every morning at 9. And now all of the students know what's coming at 9 o'clock.
The only problem that we've gotten in with Facebook Live is sometimes, depending on the internet signal, it'll cut the feed, and you'll be rocking and rolling, and then just goes, boop, you lost everything. Like, you gotta be kidding me. So that's why we pre-record them, just to be safe. The good thing with live, though, is that you can talk to people, but just the risk of the feed cutting out, and then you got 50 people at home going like, what do I? We've been there, so I know well aware how it can be great, and it can mess you up a little bit.
And then you cut to Ani and Jan and you say namaste.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it is.
Exactly.
Another thing, Jan and Ani, I have, I teach yoga as well, and I have some students and friends and other teachers, and we get together on Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. and we do a Zoom and we do yoga together. And it's so odd, and I will speak to that, is that I'm used to cueing and not doing.
Yes.
Right.
And once I saw myself doing it on video, excuse me, I was not well when I saw that.
Yeah.
It's a good sight, but it's a way of connecting, and we've done it like 3 mornings or 3 Wednesdays. So it's been really nice to do that and connect with them, and then we have coffee afterwards together. So I don't know.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I mean, people want to connect right now. So anything you guys are doing, whether pre-recorded or Zoom or Facebook Live or whatever, I think it's super important just to keep people connected and on their routine, that as well.
Right. So Cory, I have a question. Did you have to suspend your memberships or not?
Luckily, the majority of our members are being super fantastic, and they know we still have trainers that need a roof over their head and bills. We have rent, we have utilities.
Right.
So a lot of them are being fantastic, but it's the snowball effect, right? Because then you go, okay, people can't work, people are laid off. And so if they do have to, freeze their membership or something, we understand, because everybody, I mean, everybody's caught off guard and everybody's in kind of a unique situation right now. But I would say the vast majority have been fantastic, and we wouldn't be able to honestly make these videos, provide them with the content if they weren't able to help us get through this situation. And just like everybody else, when this thing goes away, you want to have a gym and a place for them to go to afterwards.
Exactly.
And by them supporting us, we can support the thing we did for the restaurants and our trainers and our staff. So we're helping, hopefully try to pay it forward the best we can by helping other people too.
That's great.
I have another business question for both of you, or all of you, I should say. In talking about creating that online content, have you thought about in the future offering that as part of their membership and maybe a different level, so that maybe you can provide free online content and then up that game with more sophisticated online content that if you purchase a membership, you can have access to this special online content. Have you thought about that?
That's funny that you say that, because it's actually forced people to do online stuff that they never would have done before.
Exactly.
And for it, once you've developed it. I mean, I don't want to say it's a positive point of this whole craziness, but that's a good question.
What do you guys think?
Well, I know for us, there are some students that maybe can't make it to the studio, and to offer in the future some sort of even chair yoga classes or classes of maybe just giving access, I guess, to those who maybe couldn't make it to class. Being able to have that as an option might be something that, something Jan and I have discussed and thought about moving forward.
What about you, Cory? Have you thought about continuing with this and creating a new level of membership?
Yeah, so like I was saying, if there's a silver lining with all this, it's that now we can kind of branch off and help more people, because we do have a lot of people that are nurses and they'll work, I got 3 days off, I can come whenever I want, but then I got 2, or I'm working 12-hour shifts, or they go on vacation for a week, or they're gone, X amount of weeks during the year. So now just having this ace in the hole that they go, I'm familiar with the movements, I know the coaches, I know what, X exercise means. And it would be just like they haven't missed a beat along the way.
Yeah. Or you could even offer, I mean, listen to me acting like I know what I'm talking about, but you can even offer like say, okay, we're going to offer this 8-week course, special course that you're not going to get inside, but you're only going to get for this amount of, dollars. Along with your membership, and then for $30 extra on your membership, you get this 8-week course. And Ani and Jan, maybe it could be something like a meditation course, or a chakra course, or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want me to do it for you? I'm just kidding.
That's a really
Like I
good.
need another job.
In fact, I have a friend who owns a studio in Sterling Heights, who a number of years she used to do chair yoga at the Grosse Pointe War Memorial, and she would get these seniors in that would come. They'd have $10 at hand, and they'd sign up every week for 10. She said there'd be 10, 20 seniors that would come in, and then they were snowbirds. They'd leave for Florida or California, and they'd say, "We need yoga. We need these chair classes. Can you do classes online?" So she started it, and she said, it's been a really good little business. She said,
Well,
retirement.
Jan, my mother goes to Silver Sneakers at the Y, and she's not been able to go, and she's 85 years old, and this, she says it saves her life. So she has to kind of do it at home, and it's not the same. I think she would really benefit from something like this, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and they love it. So it's been a great, so this has forced us into a little bit of that.
Good.
Out of our comfort zone.
Yeah. That's okay.
A lot of people, it's a lot of
question.
businesses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have another question for both of you, or all of you. Anyway, both businesses. So on a personal level, can you speak to just everyone listening about the importance of moving your body during this time? Ani, why don't you start?
Well, Jan's got the background as a nurse, so she might be the best
Okay.
to speak of that. But absolutely, you know, we the great thing is we live in an area that there are great trails and places to walk, and so, you know, first and foremost, and we're seeing more people out walking. You know, that's number one, and everybody has access to that, so that's great. But go ahead, Jan. I'll let you take it from there too.
Well, you know, I go into the whole, it's so much a part of my therapy, mental and physical, not just physical therapy, but mental therapy. And I think for all of us, we're feeling a collective trauma. There's a lot of loss. There's a lot of big feelings that are coming up for people, and big feelings get held in our bodies and they get stuck. And I've been doing some workshops with this Sean Korn, who I'm really a big fan of. And she talks about that, and that how our body contracts around fear, and it contracts around sadness, and it contracts around grief. And it's energy in our bodies, and we need to move that out. So that's what I think it's so important for our mental health, as important for our mental health as our physical health, to keep our bodies moving, especially during times of trauma and stress. And that's what we're all experiencing. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I know, thank God for the trails, and thank God for yoga for me mentally, because it can take its toll on all of us.
Cory, what do you think? Can you add anything to that?
Yeah, to kind of piggyback off of what they said, I made a video a couple weeks ago in our members group, kind of when this was all going down, and I said, you know, there's two ways you can kind of take what's going on right now, and one is, you know, you can come out of this situation when things go back to normal, kind of completely change and take this time to grow. Or you can take it as like, oh, I remember the quarantine, I didn't really do much for 4 weeks, or however long it goes. So in the video, I basically said, you know, now is the time, especially in light of all the stuff and keeping your immune system healthy, this is the time you really want to be doubling down on taking care of yourself and exercising and eating right. So if you do get a bug, your body's able to combat it and fight it, rather than eating, you know, processed food, sugary foods, being lethargic, where, you know, if you do end up getting sick, your body's not going to have basically the defense system in place to kind of take care of itself along the way. So making sure that you take this time to take care of yourself is huge going forward. So when this ends, and I told people too, I go, when this ends, it's going to be like 70 degrees out. So you guys realize, like, it's going to be summertime close. So get ready to, you know, you want to have that transition be as seamless as possible, if at all possible.
Because I have a yoga background as well, Ani and Jan can, I'm sure, relate. I keep the word that just keeps coming through my mind is ahimsa, which is non-harming, which is what we need to remember. And in this time, as far as I'm concerned, is we need to be good to ourselves in all ways. And, you know, I thank God for walking, because now listening to music is always, for me, extremely therapeutic. And then walking has just been wonderful. And I've rediscovered it. So that's great to me. So I don't know how you guys all feel.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see when this all is done. Like, because it is your fourth, and I'll be the first one to say, we got used to, at least for me, we have almost a 3-year-old daughter, and it's like every weekend you're like, let's go see a movie, let's go look at the aquarium, let's do this. So much in go, and we got to take here and spend money on this, but you forget about going for walks every couple days. You know, it's nice, and you kind of forget about it. So it'll be interesting to see, like, when everything is completely washed away, if things kind of just stay like this for a while.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this was a great conversation. Does anyone have anything else to add? Because I love this conversation.
The only other thing I thought is that moving forward, you know, Cory, you and in Harmony too, to things we might do different. You know, we've always had yoga mats that are available to share. will we continue to have shareable mats? You know, we are obviously going to do our best to keep things clean, but we may encourage more, you know, bring your own mat. We're not going to share mats so much. You know, we have props, we have things that, you know, we need to clean in between. Will we leave it to the students to clean it, or will we take it and clean it just to verify or be sure that it's as clean as possible for the next, you know, incoming group? So some new things to think about, Cory. I'm sure you've been thinking the same thoughts too.
Oh yeah, and just that even when things return to, you know, call it normal, it won't be, I guarantee, the same standard operating procedure. There's probably going to have to be, and I mean, rightfully so. People are going to be a little bit on edge, but making sure whether it's wiping down everything after each workout, or everybody just gets their own wipe to wipe down their equipment, stuff like that, to where you can just be a little bit more conscious of it. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. It'll be ever evolving until things kind of get, I guess, as close to normal as they can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone. Well, thank you so much for your time. I so appreciate this. Look for it on Facebook, and good luck with your businesses. And you know,
Yes,
we at the Chamber are rooting for you. We just,
for sure.
we really are.
If there's anything we can do,
Yes.
I know I'm still new, but I'm willing to go that extra mile. Oh my gosh, at this point in time, seriously. So
Well,
anything.
we love you guys, and we thank you for being you and doing what you do for our community, which we all, you know, love collectively.
Yes, we do. We're very lucky in where we live, right? So
We
thank
are.
you, Ani. Thank you, Jan, and thank you, Cory. And thanks, Andrea. I'll see you later. And
Thank you guys.
thanks.
Thank you guys. Stay safe. See you later.